Well, hi there, I'm Dave from Dave Smith YouTube channel. So a lot of you guys, most English learners, reach a point on their English learning journeys while they just want to use more advanced vocabulary as far as all we know, it's for sure. And my today's lesson will definitely teach you 20 advanced verbs and how you can use them in context correctly in daily life English speech. So let's begin. To advocate. To advocate means to support, oftentimes publicly support or recommend a particular policy or action. An example: the politician advocated for greater economic equality for all citizens. To amplify. This verb means to make something louder or stronger, just to increase the effect or impact of something. An example: the digital marketing campaign amplified the reach and impact of the brand's message. To articulate. To articulate means to express or explain something in a clear and effective way. To pronounce words clearly and quite distinctly. An example: the language learner is practicing articulating difficult sounds to improve her pronunciation. To comprehend. To comprehend means to understand the meaning or significance of something. An example: the student struggles to comprehend the complex theories presented in the lecture. To convey. To communicate or express something to others, often a message or kind of information. And my example: the journalist conveyed the breaking news to the public with accuracy and timeliness. To corroborate. This verb actually means to confirm or support a statement, theory, or finding with evidence or testimony. My example: the witness is able to corroborate the victim's account of the crime. Or the next one here, I can share it with you. The scientist corroborated her hypothesis with multiple experiments. To decipher. To decipher means to discover the meaning of something written badly or in a difficult or oftentimes a hidden way. My example: the traveler struggled to decipher the foreign language on the menu. To differentiate. To distinguish or recognize the differences between things or a kind of people. My example here is just the sommelier is able to differentiate between the subtle flavors in the wine. To dissect. To analyze or examine something in detail, often by breaking it down into its components or parts. Example: the scientist dissects the specimen to study its mineral structure. Or the second example: the literary critic dissected the novel to explore its themes and symbols. To efface. To remove or erase something intentionally so that it's no longer visible or noticeable. My example is here: the storm winds are so strong that they're effacing the mark on the road. To elaborate. This actually means to add more detail or kind of explanation to something or someone, to expand or clarify a concept, idea, or sort of thoughts. An example: I can see you didn't understand, so I'm gonna elaborate on my point. So if you just can't understand something, I'm gonna elaborate on my point, what I actually mean. To exacerbate, to make a situation or problem worse. The drought exacerbated the water shortage in the region. Extrapolate, to guess, estimate, or forecast something. Use what you already know or knew. We tend to predict the future by extrapolating from the past. Facilitate, to make something easier or more convenient to do. The tutor facilitated the development of her student's skill. To galvanize, to shock or excite someone into taking actions. The recent news has galvanized the public to demand change. To integrate, to combine or blend things together in a harmonious or functional way. The new employee is integrating well with the team. To mitigate, to reduce or alleviate the severity or impact of something, quite often a problem or negative consequence. The safety measures in place mitigate the risk of accidents. Or the second example: the environmental policies have mitigated the damage to the ecosystem. So next I have the verb, sounds like to perceive. To perceive means to think of something in a particular way, or become aware or conscious of something through the senses or intuition. She perceives that her boss isn't happy with her work just because of his constant criticism. To reconcile, to make people become friends again after a breakup or an argument. To make two conflicting things compatible. The couple reconciled after a period of separation. It's just when several people have broken up, and then they suddenly reconciled, and Bob's your uncle, and they reconciled again, and it's really great for some reason. So next we have to scrutinize. To examine or inspect something very closely. She scrutinized his essay, but just couldn't find a single error. So that's it for today's lesson. If you enjoyed this a lot, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel again. Bye for now.